Good afternoon. On behalf of the Minnesota State Horticultural Society, welcome to the 2018 Home and Garden Show in the Garden Theater stage. MSHS has been the best resource of information for all types of gardens since 1866. We're one of the largest and oldest horticultural societies in the United States, and we publish the award-winning Northern Gardener magazine. Today we welcome Nick the Pond King Needham. Ponds are fun. Not only are they fun, they're also a custom artwork. Nick built his first water feature back in 2003, and it ignited a passion for creating art through water features. So please welcome Nick.
Thank you. Good job. Thank you so much. Yep, I can turn that off. You gonna be up here with me? All right. This is the Pond Prince, Parker. You want to say hi, Parker? Yeah. Good job, buddy. All right. Hi, everyone. I am your friendly neighborhood Pond King. We are with Pond King Water Gardens, works of art, 1 yard at a time. I am the founder and I am a co-owner. We are equal partners. Again, Nick the Pond King Needham. And we were established back in 2007. So I built my first pond in 2003, and it started a passion for it. And then I decided that I was an entrepreneur. I had the best boss in the world, and it still wasn't enough. I'm just kind of geared to be an entrepreneur. So hands up if you like what you see. Anyone? All right, thank you. That's because I've lost 60 pounds since last year. That's true, but if you like the display, thank you so much. Can we get a round of applause for our team? Everyone worked really hard. Thank you so much. So we're going to show you how hard we work. Time lapse right here. Hopefully this doesn't give away too many trade secrets. So this is our booth, 1310. It's just down by the pillar over there. Make sure to go say hi to Justin. He's stuck listening to, he doesn't get to listen to me talk, I guess. And then if we could get a round of applause for our sponsors one more time. Huge thank you to the Horticultural Society for this opportunity. They took this stage from a small confined area and really brought it out here to open it up, bring more people in here. It's way more inviting and welcoming. And then Bailey's, they supplied all the shrubs for us, and Wagner supplied all the stuff with the cool, pretty color. And everything went off without a hitch. It was just wonderful to work with everyone. So they got it all to us. It was great. So my question is, who owns a pond? Anybody? Is it fun? Do you like it? Yeah, we can help you like it. That's a rhetorical question because we think ponds are fun and so do our customers. I think. Yeah. There we go. So this is segments from interviews from our customers, and you can find it on YouTube. All full-length interviews.
Definitely. The thing that I learned most about water features is don't try and do it yourself.
The therapeutic value of it cannot be understood.
I had to put that in there.
The handshake with them is their word and their deed, so yeah, it's a good time.
So we think ponds are fun. People who own ponds are fun people too. And not only do we have fun when we're building them, do our customers have fun with them, we have a lot of fun when we're building them too. So this is a large swimming pond. We met these people at the Home and Garden Show 2 years ago, and they asked for a spot where they could swim underneath the waterfall and have it come up over their shoulders. And Jeff's hiding underneath that waterfall here. So we like to have a lot of fun at the same time as working hard. And then we like to test out our water features too. So this is a giant swimming pond we did. It's a 100,000 gallon system. It's 75 by 35, 6.5 feet deep. There's 6 pumps running, 4 different wetland filters. I think we had 100 ton of stone. I could keep going. It was an awesome opportunity, but it had a jumping stone and we had to try it out. That's the first time I've ever been able to jump into my own work. It was really fun. So, actually, I've been in that one before, and it wasn't because I wanted to. Before that, we fell in, and I lost the cell phone to that pond. So, we have learned to put our cell phones aside while we're working near water these days. And not only are the huge ones fun, but we think the small ones are fun as well. This is a great little 6x8. It's our smallest package, but it has a huge impact on the yard. Say, Jared, do you like the way this was edited? Because Jared is our cinematographer, so everything on camera here was done by Jared, cinematography. Jared Eisen Cinematography. So if you like what you saw, Jared is for hire back there. I had to ask because I did the editing part, and I want to make sure he liked that part. So it's just a great sound, nice impact, perfect little 6x8 pond. I think this one got to 30 inches deep. The reason we did that is because lilies don't seem to want to come back unless they get below that 2-foot mark. It seems like 30 inches is about ideal for lilies. So it was a perfect little pond. The fish stay in there over the winter. The fish haven't gotten too big, but he completely enjoys it. So a lot of times, so you're probably asking, like, can I do this myself? Yes, you can. In fact, the little bubbling mushroom over here to your left, that was done by our friends who had never been, they've helped us on projects, but they've never really done something by themselves. I just said, hey guys, I need you to install this. Put it in, make sure it's this, and I just kind of oversaw it a little bit. They did it all themselves. So yes, this is something you can do yourself. But I gotta warn you that if you do it yourself, there is a difference between your first project and my 100th project, right? Because this has been my career for 15 years. In fact, these are from our little competition we have as certified contractors called Ponds Done Wrong. So they're functional, they're still gonna work, but you can see smaller boulders here. You know, the way these are slanted, they're all gonna fall in over time. This is a maintenance problem because all that black exposed is just gonna heat up every time the sun heats it, and it's just gonna grow your algae like crazy. So yes, you can do it yourself, and you can see this is my first pond, so it's not too different than the other ones, right? And this is the one I did in 2003, and the guy that I work for was kind enough to let me use this. He continues to be a mentor of mine and just a great guy. And like I said, I'm just kind of born to be an entrepreneur, so really good guy. They're actually in the 3500 booth, Premier Aquarium Service, so go check them out. If you want to see their aquariums, they got some really cool setups there. So that was our first piece in 2003, and this is our truck, our first truck. My parents were very gracious, and they helped us get this first truck. So we built our business with a 16-year-old truck at the time, and we started with a wheelbarrow and shovels. So yes, you can do it yourself. You don't need much. So that kind of brings me to the next thing I wanted to talk about is what gives art its value? Why is art valuable? This painting sold for $63 million, and that's not because the paint is gold or platinum or the brushes were some random hard to find material, it's because they were investing in the artist. And that piece is Untitled 25 by Willem D. Kooning. He was born 1904 and lived till 1997. So he had spent his entire life perfecting his craft as an artist. And the earliest paintings I could find of his were from 1921. So he had started in his teenage years and he stuck with it. So you can see the progression of this artist and what he had done throughout his life. So they talk about, excuse me, when you're working at a skill, it's been said that you need 10,000 hours to be considered a journeyman at something, 20,000 hours to be a professional, 30,000 to be an expert. That's what I'll hit this year. So that's 15 years of building ponds full-time, roughly averaging 2,000 hours a year. I could debate that. Some years we've had less than that, and some years we've had double that. It's hard to say. And then 50,000 hours to be a master. So if you do something for 25 years of your life full-time, you're going to be a master at it. Yeah. So we are working to become master artists. That's our goal, is to keep doing this for our life because it's our passion, it's what we love. So we want to continue to perfect our craft. And then you're asking, who is we? Well, I want you to meet Justin the Wonder Weist. Justin is the co-owner of the business. When he came onto the business, he helped us expand our services. So we went from being just a water feature company to a full landscape service company. So he came with the skills of being able to do the retaining walls, the pavers, patio, anything. So anything hardscape, Justin brought to the table. And then he's as crazy as I am and as creative as I am. So not only does he have a great creative idea, hard work ethic, but he also has a great business sense. So it was exactly what I needed to complement my weaknesses as a person. So we very much believe in collaborations and working together, and that starts at the very head of our business because we were able to divide our business up and work as a team for a common goal. So when we work together, we do some really cool projects, and we've been working together since 2014. And you can see a little before and after of a pondless waterfall we did. This is, they had two staircases. This was hardly ever used. There's a little fire pit down here. They just wanted something pretty to look at. And now that we put the pondless waterfall in there, they found out that they actually have a reason to go outside now. And they're sitting and using their fire pit way more frequently because the sound of running water just gives you a reason to go out there. And you want to do it more frequently. You want to just listen to it. And in fact, there's studies on it that say if you were to listen to the sounds of nature for an hour a day, you'll reduce your stress hormones from 600 to 800%. So you really can add life to your longer years to your life just by having something to reduce your stress levels. So one of our sayings is we have the hands of an artist. And you can see this is towards the end of a project where our hands are kind of beaten up even through wearing gloves because we're passionate, we get in there, we love what we do. So this is our 2017 setup. So from our first 1991 F-150, this is where we were last year. I had the dream of having a dumping trailer since I started the business. I had a dream of having a walk-behind machine since we started the business. And last year we got a larger dumping trailer than I had dreamed of and a better machine than I had dreamed of. And we are now doing even cooler work because of that. So this is what we're able to do now. Larger boulders has a bigger impact, makes it feel like it's more natural, like it's been carved out of Mother Nature. This is the Richardson Nature Center in Bloomington, Minnesota. It's an awesome display. They called us to look at their old water feature, and it was back up here in the corner, and it was way away from the building. And it was kind of old. The waterfalls were kind of pointing away from everything. And it wasn't really interactive, and this is supposed to be to excite kids about nature. So when we got there and we started talking, we said, well, why don't we bring it really close to the glass? So it's right up against the glass, maybe a foot away from the glass, and the glass goes from the floor all the way to the ceiling. So the kids just walk right up to it, put their face against the glass. And then they have an underwater camera, so they have native fish in there. The underwater camera feeds into a TV inside the room. And then they have microphones that are playing the actual sounds going into the room too. So that's one of our projects we did last year. Here's another one. You can see the large boulders really make that waterfall pop. We love the underwater lighting, especially in Minnesota, because as soon as you hit fall, the time you get home from work, it's off. You don't really get to enjoy it, right? So when you have underwater lights, you get a whole nother experience. It's like two different experiences, and then you get to enjoy it all throughout the night. Now, on this one, the client's very much passionate about his fish, and he has gorgeous fish. I mean, they have to be close to the 30 inches and at least this thick. So he lives right next to a nature preserve, and he sees the herons fly over his pond. And so he wanted to take precautions to protect his fish. So we came up with an idea of putting a net there, and the PVC is to make sure the net doesn't get down into the water, the fish don't get caught in it, and if a heron does try and get in there, it's a little off the water, so harder for him to get in. It is Mother Nature. It's impossible to stop any predator who wants to get to something, but we can take precautions, and we're working on some inventions to actually stop it too. We have some ideas that we want to work on. So that is goes into a koi pond, and now this is a little pondless waterfall we did this year too. What's really cool about this one to me is those plants are really mature because we took apart a garden, and she was really careful about taking apart her plants and saving them. Usually it takes about 3 years to look like that, where it's a rainforest, where the plants really break up that rock look and it's grown in. But because she did that, I mean, we weren't even cleaned up yet and she was planting it. So when we came back in June to film, it looked just like that. So